I was just sitting down. I haven't had my food yet. And the guy says, "Hey, Bonehead." I'm like, it must be the Swift shirt. Hello, truckers, drivers, and adventurers. I am the KILR Awesome Trucker. Still awesome because, well, the trailer didn't fall. So, thank goodness. We might be having a different conversation if it did fall. But, glad it didn't. And although you're seeing this weeks after the event happened, I did work on a Shep Rambles video, season 5 premiere, with footage from what happened. So here on the KILR Awesome Trucking, you're actually seeing all the rest of the footage and all the stories surrounding that load. So yeah. So at least you folks got to see pretty much the highlights and everything before actually getting to the episode for this series. And it seems like the drama doesn't end. Last night, the Florida planners, they're trying to get me back out to like South Carolina or Georgia, because the next load that we've got is from Savannah, Georgia to Topeka, Kansas. For the moment, it is, unless they take it away, which at this point I wouldn't be surprised. And they wanted to, they say, hey, we got a perfect load. It's an easy load. It's going to Charleston, South Carolina. And I looked at it, I'm like, no. I said, I just T-called this. I want nothing to do with that load. Oh, why? Because it's cursed. That's why. Because I've had nothing but problems with it. I want to walk away from it. Now, some of you may be thinking, oh, you wuss, you superstitious little wuss. Whatever. You know what? From the very beginning, there was something that didn't feel right about that load. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know why. I just knew there was something about it I didn't like. Call it a sixth sense or something. No, I can't read your mind or anything. It's just, I don't know. It's something just didn't feel right about it. My spidey senses were tingling, okay, saying that there's something wrong. But I went ahead and took it because my driver leader's like, well, we need to get you out of Florida so we can get you something else. I'm like, all right. And there are a lot of reasons I wasn't comfortable with it. And one of them was because I didn't see how I could make that appointment on time. That was one of the things that bothered me about it. It's not something that would keep me from taking a load, but I don't know. And then I saw it was Anheuser-Busch, and I started thinking back to the Coors Miller. I'm like, oh no, not another beer one. And then we actually get there, and yeah, you folks know the story, okay? I don't need to recap it. And then it all leads into this other thing with the corner. Now, I still admit I made a mistake. I should have checked my mirror. I shouldn't have made that turn at all. When I started going into that area, I should have just, I shouldn't have just did it. I should have just kept going straight or something. I don't know. But interesting revelation that I'm not the only one getting stuck there. Not the only one getting stuck there. And it's not just Swift getting stuck there either. There's other companies getting stuck there also. So what does that tell you? That tells you that there's something wrong that should be fixed to prevent that from happening. There should be some signs. Hey, no trucks. It's not that hard to put up a sign, but they don't. But yeah, she wanted to give me that load again, and I'm just like, no. And besides, does it make any sense? I was already over there. I could have just gone to, if they really wanted me to do that load, I could have just gone to a truck stop and just waited until Tuesday, which is tomorrow, to make that delivery. So you're going to tell me that I went through this fiasco of T-calling that load here to Atlanta, blowing a tire, nearly tipping over a trailer, just to take it back? Are you kidding me? Oh, you get paid for miles. Well, I ain't getting no bonus this month either, so was it really worth it? No, I don't think so. I don't think this load was worth it at all. Yeah, so that's the thing. I still need to, even though I did send in a macro for the accident, it's a macro 52, I still have to call them. And yesterday, I just didn't want to deal with it. I sent in the macro, and I wanted to just separate myself from that trailer. I want to be as far away from that trailer as I can, and I'm not far enough. It's sitting over there. I'm here. It's not far enough. I want to be further away from it. All right. It's like sitting there with like red shining eyes and a grin. Is going, you want to take me, don't you? Ooh, yes, you do. Yeah. I can hear it laughing and smirking and stuff from here. No, go away. Far away, all right? Just go away. Had a funny situation. There was another driver that came up here, and I heard this on the back of my truck. I'm like, what the heck? I got out, and he's like, oh, dude, man, I'm sorry. I didn't realize there was someone in this truck. It's like, I thought these were like the owner-operator trucks or something. I mean, I didn't know where else to really park because it's all filled. It's all filled up there. That's all shop stuff over there. So I just parked back here. Didn't know where else to go. And I saw other trucks here. I mean, some of these trucks do not look like owner-operator trucks, but no. Well, I'm almost running out of fuel. It's not like I can really move anywhere. Yeah, but he was going to get the load locks. He was going to take some load locks. He says, yeah, they only give you one here. And I said, you don't want those load locks. Those things are broken. They don't work very well. And he's like, really? I'm like, yeah, I had a load where the load locks fell. I was like, I says, I need to get new ones. As a matter of fact, if you want those, go right ahead. He said, no, that's okay. I mean, seriously, I need to get new load locks. Do me a favor, take them. They're bad. They're bad. You know, I mean, I've got straps now. They're a little bit more reliable. At least I hope they are. I don't know what's happened at in the inside of that trailer. I hope I strapped it pretty good and that it hasn't gone anywhere. But it did lean over. So for all I know, everything just, fell over and hit the, So, yeah, I want to stay away from it. But, and something could happen from here back to South Carolina. Who knows? I don't know. I just know I don't want it. But yeah, he's wanted to take the load locks. And I'm like, yeah, if you want them, go right ahead. I've got straps. I was like, those things are busted. Oh, no, that's okay, man. And he said, man, I should have looked before I started grabbing stuff. And I said, you mean get out and look? And he started laughing. Oh. So what are we doing? Okay, so I've got to call the people at the accident thing, get that situated, and then guess talk with my driver later. So that's the other thing too, is my driver later was going to get things situated for me. He doesn't want to put me in an uncomfortable position, and he knows that I'm done with that load. I don't want anything to do with it. I will sit here and I will wait for the next elevator. He's like, nope, I'll take the next cab. Have fun. I've got things I can work on. So I won't make any money, but I'd rather sit and relax than take a load that's going to give me problems. And how does that saying go? Shame on you once, shame on me twice. It's one of them. But yeah, no, we're done. We're done with that. We're moving on to something else. What? I don't know. But I guess we'll find out in a bit. I forgot to log off. I've been on duty this whole time, and now I don't have any hours. Yeah, I guess I was a bit beside myself, I guess. Jeez Louise. Well, I'm definitely not going anywhere now. Not unless they can fix it. Okay, and you hear that? That's the inverter. The only thing that I had plugged in last night was the refrigerator. That's it. And now it's freaking out. Oh, the battery's low, blah, blah, blah. I have it just, the refrigerator's plugged into my generator. See, I got it plugged in right there. I'm ready for a new truck. Sorry, Chiana. We've had some interesting times. I'm ready for a new chapter. She's going to throw me off a cliff now. All right, well, crap. I knew I forgot to do something. You know, I did not even see this till there was a guy I was talking to at the fuel island. The mud flap is gone. This is not from the trailer. This is from the blowout. It took the mud flap with it. He was telling me about it because I forgot I need to get this replaced. And they're probably going to take the spare and put it back up there. The thing is there's another spare right over there. But look, that's what's left of the mud flap. It was sitting right up here. Is where it was, right up there. Yeah, but the trailer, that did nothing with this, because the truck, remember, I made that wide turn. The truck's fine. Nothing was broken from that whole trailer incident. Yeah, this is from the blowout. I mean, look where the tire is. This is where the mud flap is. It just took the thing out. I remember seeing black pieces of, I thought it was tire, but apparently that was my mud flap I saw in my mirror. Jeez Louise. Oh, another morning. It's my hair right there. Works pretty decently. If you put you wet the filter, soak the filter, which activates the cooling mechanism, whatever, and then put it in the freezer for a bit. I did that yesterday, and my goodness, yesterday was such a mess. I didn't even film any of it just because of how frustrated I was getting. Alright, first of all, I needed to get a new spare tire. They don't have any tires here. Unless they're busted. Those are the only tires they have. So I have no spare tire. Now, I thought, that they would replace the spare tire with a newer tire and put the spare tire back up on the, on the back here, but they don't have any tires at all to do that with. And then there's the issue of fuel, because I was like running nearly out. The truck was telling me, oh, you got like 23 miles left, and the light was on, the needle was like sitting right down at empty. I'm like, I need fuel. I've got to be able to charge the battery up on this truck, because y'all know it doesn't take much for this truck to just uh the next day, like, the power is down and the inverter beeps, and I got to have a way to be able to charge this truck up a little bit. That's the one thing one of several things, but one of the major things that really annoys me about this truck is that when the battery gets low, it's low. There's nothing. There's no opti idle. There's nothing that will tell the truck, hey, I've got to start to charge up the battery a little bit. There's nothing. And it seems like the battery is like this truck is running on AA batteries or something. Yet it doesn't last long, it seems. Heck, I think my generator will last longer than the battery in the truck. That's silly. No, actually, it does. Now that I think about it, it does. Because my refrigerator, when it's plugged in to the truck, it'll last maybe a day or less than a day. I plug this thing up into my generator, it'll last for like 3 days. So, what does that tell you? The fact that my generator, all right, can run my it can run my my refrigerator longer than what the truck can. What? That's how big it is. Right now, it's running my little air conditioner thing. It doesn't take. Look, take a look. Get out and look. All right, I don't know if you can see it. 12 watts. All right. It's taking 12 watts of power. Not much. According to this, it'll last for 73 hours. I get a couple of those things in here. My goodness, you'll be set for a while, plus some solar panels. But anyway, the case is I needed to get fuel. But there is a whole situation with calling the accident people and getting a claim number and sending them pictures, and then getting my truck off of hold status. Apparently, oh, that's my bad, we didn't get that. Oh, now you're good, because my driver leader couldn't set me up for fuel until I was off of hold status. Well, they got me off of hold status. My driver leader was opening up me up for fuel, and it wasn't working. I drove the truck over there to the fuel island. My card wasn't working. It was giving a auth failed equals, or auth failed limit equals 0 error is what it was giving. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? And then I met another driver who was saying, oh, I didn't think these pumps worked. It's some kind of law in Georgia where they won't allow you to have your own pumps at your own place. I'm like, what the hell kind of law is that? And then he was telling me about other things about Atlanta. He said, don't do any Atlanta loads. He says Atlanta, the roads aren't marked properly for where trucks should and should not go. And we already know that. And apparently some of these places that you do loads and unloads at are just not good. And oh my goodness, there's a pilot not too far from here. Do y'all remember how I don't like loves, and how a lot of the loves are stupidly designed? That was until I saw this pilot, and I didn't drive to it yet. It was just something my driver leader was going to try to get me to, because he thought maybe there's a problem with the pumps here. But look at the satellite image of the pilot. Take a good look at it. What is what's wrong with the picture? Look at it. Look at it. Do you see? You've got all these trucks waiting in line to get fuel. But also in that same area are trucks trying to back up and get into parking spots. I thought Love's was bad. Holy crap, that's worse. That is the worst I've seen. That's the Pilot in Atlanta. It's off of I-285 and Hungary Moss Road or something. Yeah, that's really bad. And I didn't notice it at first. I was looking at the reviews. Hey, I get dispatched. We'll talk about that. I was looking at the reviews of the load of the truck stop, and it was like 1 star. They're like, terrible, horrible. Prepare to spend an hour to 2 hours just to get fuel. I'm like, what the heck? Looked at the satellite map. I'm like, holy smokes. Yeah, that's not a safe place to go to. Oh, man. A lot of back and forth between my driver leader, the com data card support. They couldn't figure, my driver's like, I've opened you up. It's like, I don't know why it's not working. Maybe the pumps just aren't working. And of course, the com data place, we don't know. Let's try this. Let me get my supervisor on this. And it was just taking hours and hours. And I had my driver leader, hey, what he was mentioning, why don't you test your card on the ATM? I'll go ahead and move $20 over there for you. So I went ahead and did that. Card works. So it should work on the little things there. And the com data is like, well, you got to make sure that you press credit, not debit. I'm like, the machines at the terminal aren't like that. It's not like one at a truck stop. It's a corporate little machine. You stick your corporate card in there. You don't tell it credit or debit. So that's not the issue. And then I'm like, look, guys, I got to get fuel. All right. Someone needs to bring some gas cans or something. They then transfer me over to the on-road. Was it 3 times I've contacted on-road now for within the space of a week. Holy crap. And we're like, hey, look, I got to get fuel, 5 gallons, 10 gallons, whatever, something so that way I can at least, run my truck and have a little bit further place to go to get fuel that's not in a dangerous spot. And I'm like, oh, let me speak to my supervisor. Everyone's got to speak to their supervisor, apparently. Then they came back, oh, well, you were opened up for fuel, but you were opened up at the wrong location. I'm like, what? This is the code that's supposed to be used. I gave that to my driver later. He's like, well, I guess I got to update this list that they gave me. And you got to tell me that no one knew this? Like the com data folks that, I don't know, they're a lot. The com data cards used a lot for fuel. So you telling me that they didn't know this? I went through hours to find out that they didn't know this. Well, the point is that gave the code to my driver later. He tried it again. I went over there. It worked. So apparently the code that they had for the Atlanta, Decatur, Georgia terminal was wrong. So if you come to the Atlanta terminal and it's not working for fuel, tell your driver later that it's the code is wrong. I think it's like PC 133, something like that. I think it's 133. I forget what the other part is. PC, I guess. I don't know. PC, JV, ABC. But 133, I remember that. But yeah, anyway, just let your driver leader know that, the code that you've got for Decatur, Georgia is wrong. And then hopefully that will work. But the pumps do work, okay? No, I didn't get any of it filmed. I was just beside myself yesterday. There's other things going on too. Okay, so They took away that load that goes to Kansas, but that's okay. We've got something better. Someone just dropped off a load. It was like early this morning, I think. Finally got dispatched on us. Now I know what the trailer is. It's a load that's going to take us. It's a T-call. It's going to take us from here all the way out to Albuquerque. All right. So let's go ahead and let's get out and look for the trailer. Found the trailer right over here in the back. So, let's see if we can keep this out of corner ditches and stuff. You think? You think that's a plan? La 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 la. Does this surprise anyone? But it's not a KILR Awesome Trucking episode unless something goes wrong, right? When nothing goes wrong, what do we call it? KILR Super Trucking? Maybe we should call it that. Nothing goes wrong, everything goes perfect. KILR Super Trucking. I'm going to turn into the Joker here pretty soon. All right, I'll get back with you. All right, so I took a picture of that blank inspection date, sent it over to my driver leader. He's like, you can't take that trailer until those boxes are filled. So I'm having to walk to the shop to find out if they have the information. I asked him if he was able to pull it up. He says he can't, but it has to be filled in before I take the trailer. Now, in the box with the paperwork, I found this. This is an inspection checklist, but I can't find a date on it. So, I mean, it may have been done recently, and they didn't write the dates on there, or not. I don't know. I'm gonna find out when I get over here, though. Why wasn't this done prior to this being picked up? I don't know. Okay, so there is a date on the paperwork, May 19th, 2021. This load can be delivered by then. So, do I have to get this inspected here? Or can I, like, get to New Mexico and worry about it there? I don't know. Okay, so the trailer shop is packed here. I mean, they've got trash. Maybe they do have trash. Trailers sitting in the bays over here. I mentioned to my driver leader about the paperwork and said, hey, do you want me to go do the delivery first or do the inspection first? And he said, go ahead and do the delivery. You can do the inspection afterwards. I'm like, well, I won't have the trailer afterwards because this is a drop. So do I, like, take it to the New Mexico terminal, do the inspection, and then do the delivery? Not sure. Oh, he just sent something. Sounds like they'll just send in a work order or something along those lines. But let's go ahead and let's talk about the delivery that we're doing. Where we're going, well, we're leaving here from Georgia, but let's talk about where it is that we're going. Okay, so we haven't gone over the place that we're delivering in Albuquerque, so let's go ahead and do that now so we know what it is that we're getting into. We'll just go ahead and zoom in here. And this is it right here, this building. And if you, with the Zonar, if you click on the destination and zoom in, you can see where it's going to take you. And it takes us right here to this opening. So it looks to me that we would come in here and check in, I don't know where. and then come out here. So my guess is we would come in here, back the trailer into a spot, and these are their empties. This is not a very big area. And I had gotten a message stating that, oh, we show they have empties. Okay. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot of room for stuff. Let's go ahead and take a look at Google Street View here. So you can see here, delivery trucks only. That says American Home. I can't help but wonder if this is the way in or not. Hold on. Let's move over here. See, there's a fence here. So is this the way in to this area? Or is it the way into this? Just because the Zonar takes us to this spot doesn't mean it's the right one. There's a sign right there. I'm trying to read what that sign says. Okay, so this is JB Hunt. This is where we're taking it to. So I guess the question is, there's another opening right over here. Okay, now see, this gate is open. This gate is open and actually takes you over in this area. So maybe this is what we're supposed to go into. This is a different thing here. Fidelitone. And then as far as where to check in, well, you got me, because all I see is docks. I see nothing but docks there. There was something with a blue sign, though. Oh, sorry, that's a trash can. So where would you check in? Because I can't see it. There? Maybe it's in between 33 and 34 right there. And then here's the kicker. Once you get to this area, where do you park your truck? Where do you park your truck to get in? Yeah. I think we're going to have to try to call them and see, how do we get in there? I hope it's not from that other side, and then we have to blind. If there's room at these docks like there is there, then we'll be able to blindside into it. Or if anything, back into a space and then turn around to do a side. If there's plenty of room. Hopefully there is. I think we're going to have to call them and figure out which way to go in. That fence right there has just got me wondering about stuff. Because, I mean, look at it real closely. Doesn't this entry here look like it's for this? And this entry looks like it's for this? It does to me. I'm really thinking it's this entrance right here. And then we'll just go ahead and take a look at the 3D mode here. See, now some other driver got mad and ran over the fence. Okay, these are open. Oh, I see some Swift trailers over here too. I see some that look like they're open. So this must be, what are they, all Swift? It's like Swift. There's one. That one got flattened. So I guess these are their empty trailers then. Well, whenever the satellite image was done, this is completely full. That'll be all luck. It'll all be filled. Well, you're going to have to try to get it squeezed in there. Well, I'm only going to try so far, and then I'm going to say, screw it. Because y'all know my truck, if it doesn't have room, it don't have room. This might be the tightest part right in this area. But I think this is the way in. This looks like the way in here. This one does not. So this is what I'm saying. You got to practice those blind sides, folks. You're going to be in a situation to where you may not be able to do a side. Now, if we have to back up into this area, we could come in this way and then back up here and then turn around. Or it could be a side into one of these parking areas. Watch it. Hey, we need you to back the trailer into this spot right here. Yeah, that's not happening. It's like, how am I supposed to get the trailer parked along the fence right there? Well, it's not my job. You got to figure that out. Okay, I'll figure it out. I'm going to take this over to Swift and someone else can do it. Yeah, so that's it. Now see, if this gate were to be open, now see, that's still a blind side. The only way you'd be able to get a trailer into this spot right here is a blind side. You sure as heck can't do a side. You would have to, yeah, you'd have to, oh man, the only way that's going to, you would have to get your truck and trailer straight here to be able to curve it around and get that trailer bent into position correctly to be able to do it. And if this gate is shut, I don't think you're going to be able to do it. This is one of those things where, I'm sorry, you can get out and look as much as you want, but there are just some areas that, a truck with a sleeper is not really meant to get something like that in there. No, if you've got 63 years worth of experience, sure, you could probably do it. If you've got 6 months worth of experience, maybe not. Okay, someone with 6 months of experience and 63 years of experience are two different things. One's got more skills than the other. You don't go into a game like an RPG and take your level 1 character and go fight something that's level 30. All right, what do you think's going to happen? All right, you're going to have your ass handed to you is what's going to happen. So this is the same thing, all right? You're a level 1 character. This may or may not be a level 30, situation. You can, you can try, and hopefully you won't run out of hit points or mana or something. And you might succeed, or you might have your ass handed to you. One of the two. So that's just it, man. That's just it. That's just how it's done. Doing this for 403 years. Well, good for you. That's our delivery site. So I guess I'm going to call them and say, hey, I see 2 entryways into that area. Which one's the right one? There's like one here in the middle, and there's a northern one. So I'll ask them and try to find out. Doesn't look like a very, oh, well, this is not too bad. You've got, let's take a look. Oh, you have to come down this way. Ooh. Interesting. I'm glad I'm taking a look at this. Okay, so somehow we're going to have to get off at an exit. Boy, this is going to be a freaking mess. We'll have to get off at an exit here, come around, and then get onto this side road, this access road right here. Most likely is what we're going to have to do. So we're going to have to take this access road. Looks like there's another one right there. And I think this is it here. Yeah, this is only one way. Do you see that? So we're going to have to come in here. This is a wide enough turn. Oh, hey, look. Billboard. Like it never happened. Yeah, so we'll make that turn here. Come right in. And it's either going to be this first one or it's going to be the second one. One of the two. And I'm kind of like looking at this. Making a right turn in here would... Yeah, making a left would be easier. You'll have a better time getting the wheels around the corner. Well, at least this first corner. I don't know about the second one. Well, we'll see what happens. All right, I have everything programmed in. Let's get going. Just crossed over into Alabama. We're at the first rest stop here. Overnight parking prohibited. There's like signs all over. So, but we're not stopping here to park overnight. I'm just taking a short break, and I want to decide where we're going to go to next. The path that we're taking is taking us to Memphis, and there's a Swift terminal in Memphis, but we would have to get on the I-65 to go up to it. We're on the I-20, and I'd rather stay on the I-20 and take it into Texas and then go up to Oklahoma City, which is where our fuel stop is at. I'd rather take that route because there is a truck stop that we've been to along the I-20 in, I think, Alabama, Louisiana, one of the two. I always think that these trucks coming around are going to hit me. And I wouldn't mind shutting down there. So I'm going to take a look. First, I'm going to get out and look for a restroom. And then I'm going to get in and look at my atlas and my stuff and see how far away that is. Because I don't really feel like going to Memphis. I really don't. So, be right back with you. Just taking a nice little walk. This actually looks like a... Oh, no, okay. I thought that might have been a walking path or something. Oh, but there is a pet walk this way. I guess... down there? I don't know. Okay, I don't get it. Pet walk. That way. It's kind of steep. Are you sure? No, see that? The dog is like, hell no, I ain't going down there. Maybe they're just saying that this here's the pet walk. Kind of nice to be able to see everything with the green grass and stuff. One of the last times that we came through here, didn't have so much green grass and green trees and stuff. I'm like, should I go down that way? I don't know. What could go wrong, right? I'll just walk over here. I've got to use my 3 points of contact. I won't have 3 points of contact if I go that way. I might afterwards. But see, I can use my 3 points of contact right here. See? Look at this. Yeah, there's one. My feet make two. Oh, jeez. Alright, so I'm not going to be able to take the I-20 like I had hoped. I kind of ran a little mapping scenario. If I took the I-20 and then went up to Oklahoma City, it would add like almost 180 miles to the trip. Yeah, so that's not going to work. Basically, the I-65 is going to take us north, I think around the I-40 or something, and that's going to take us over to Oklahoma City. Kind of a bummer. But I'm going to take a look and see what our options are. By the time we get to Memphis, it's going to be rush hour. I'd rather maybe stop before we get there. Yeah, I'll save some time. We just need to find a good spot. Okay, I believe I found the place. It's in Nauvoo, Alabama. Found it on Trucker Path. Not in the Garmin, but I programmed it in there. We're going to go ahead and go. I think that might be the place that we shut down at. The reviews are really good. But it's 142 miles, a couple hours from now. But it's 2:43. So we'll probably get there around 5. That sounds about the right time that I'd want to shut down anyway. Don't know if you folks saw, but when we were in Atlanta, there was a truck that nearly hit me. He came up in front of me, basically cut me off, and went off that direction. Just letting you folks know, all right? Because you got to see that. So, yeah, that was super trucker. I mean, I know that what I did, you know, I knew I was a bonehead, okay, for getting stuck, my trailer stuck. But holy crap, I've never done anything like what that guy did. Cutting off another truck and then just going clear across 2 lanes to get off onto an exit. It's not like he's driving a car. A car shouldn't be doing that either. A semi-truck sure as hell shouldn't be doing that. Oh my goodness. Now look, I'm at 29 minutes on my off-duty clock. Yeah, might as well wait that extra minute. Well, I don't think I'm going to be going too long, but all right, let's go ahead and get rolling. So this is the place that I found along the way on Trucker Path. It is the Rolling T truck stop, which is we're near Carbon Hill. Whoops, I did not mean to hit that. We're near, I think we're in Carbon Hill, but we're also near Nauvoo. It's kind of weird. The address comes up two different ways. Like Google Maps has it as Carbon Hill, I think, and then Trucker Path has it as Nauvoo. So it's one of the two. Nauvoo meaning beautiful, which, yeah, I like it. I like it out here. It's really nice. A little bit bumpy coming in, but other than that, not bad at all. I got myself parked. I wasn't going to try it. I mean, there is a trailer over here to the side. I think there's room for another truck to get in there. Maybe two. But I put this down as one of my favorites. And I've read reviews that the food here is really good. And the staff here treats you like family. So, kind of looking forward to it. What trucks have came and they've did a pull through over there, but yeah, so this is the area. Nice green trees. This is big.
All coordinated attacks to take out the president, but it didn't stop there. Remember the summer of love back in 2020? Hordes of criminals just terrorizing cities, looting,
the news.
police stations,
Let's see here.
officers, all in the name of racial
Fried
justice.
pickles. Ooh. We got burgers, steaks, dinners, sandwiches. I saw this online. There is a pig and a tater patch. Look at this. I like that. And then this bulldog fries. Folks, you're gonna love this. I just met another one of our viewers. Wayne took a selfie right here. And he works with Prime. He's actually did trucking like long ago, and he was a police officer for a short time. If I'm remembering everything correctly, age. Sometimes things just kind of get jumbled up in here. But he got out of that to get back into trucking again. And so at the time that I met him, he was with his TNT trainer. I forget what TNT stands for, something other than dynamite. Every time I hear TNT, you know what I think of? I think of AC/DC. That's what I think of. TNT, I'm dynamite. I always think of AC/DC. Or maybe Minecraft, one of the two. That'd be great though. You light a block of TNT up and it blows up and you hear AC/DC. That'd be awesome. Anyway, so yeah, no, it was so bizarre. I'm just sitting there. I ordered. I didn't even take a picture of it. I forgot to take a picture of it. I just now realized that. I was just sitting down. I haven't had my food yet. And the guy says, "Hey, Bonehead." I'm like, it must be the Swift shirt. I'm like, hey. And he's like, "Saw your video." I'm like, oh man. He's like, so what he's referring to is the Shep Rambles 5th season opener. is what he's referring to. The one that I just recently made. Well, at the time that I recorded this, God, yeah. So he recently saw that because I put, I'm a bonehead trucker, and he thought, oh my goodness, someone put him on the channel. And I said, I don't know if anyone has yet or not. I just know there are people taking pictures, and there was one guy taking video, and I'm like, I'll be damned, I'm going to put my own video up before anyone else does. And he was saying, so you're going to blow out the candle before before someone lights it. I'm like, that's it. Before someone lights up that candle, or that stick of TNT, I'm just going to blow it out. I'm going to go, It's like, yeah, this is a bonehead piece of dynamite right here. Yeah, let's see what that goes up. Nope. Beat you to it. Sorry. Oh my God. Oh man, we had a great conversation. He told me a lot of interesting things. Told me some things that made me think, huh? So that's why there's a lot of swift drivers in accidents. I won't get into the things that he told me, but my thought process was like, oh, so that's why there's a lot of swift accidents out there. Oh, but he spoke very highly of Prime, and he got a chance to meet the owner, Rob Lowe, which. Is that the same Rob Lowe that I'm thinking of? Isn't Rob Lowe an actor? Is it the same one? I don't know. He showed me a picture. I'm like, is that the same guy? I don't know. I figured I wouldn't ask. I didn't want to feel. I was like, oh, that's a stupid question. Because I had already asked a stupid question when the lady brought out my fries. I had the fries, and I got the pig and a tater or whatever it was, and he's like, "Oh, you got a diabetic thing going on there." I'm like, not diabetic. Well, not yet. Trying not to be. Oh my God. But I said. Could I get utensils? Or I think I said, do you have utensils? And he was kind of like, I'm like, of course I have utensils, you dummy. And I'm like, I mean, I could see what it was what he was saying. Of course I got utensils, you dipstick. I'm like, well, no, what I meant to say is, could I have some? Not, did you have some? I should have asked it better. Yeah. Could I have a fork? Not, do you happen to have a fork? We're a cafe. What do you think? No, I'm sorry. We have chopsticks. No forks. Oh my goodness. It was so awesome. Did I mention Wayne? I hope I said his name. I hope I heard it correctly. I've had so much going on over these past few days that I hope I got it right. If I didn't, he's going to very quickly correct me, and that's cool. Oh wow, it was good. We had a great conversation. He spoke highly of Prime, and he told me some really neat things about Prime. So, and like I've said, this video is not just for Swift drivers. This is for all of you drivers out there. Swift, Prime, CR England, CRST, Schneider. You guys can come too. It's fine. You're welcome. You can come. It's okay. Hey, you know what? We're equal opportunity pranksters here. Okay, so Hey, you want to make fun of Swift? That's fine. I'm going to make fun of you too. All right. Now you're all welcome. You are all welcome here. All right. We got a fun big family here. That's how we roll. We roll. In some cases, we roll with 18 wheels. In other cases, we roll with mine carts, and sometimes we roll with landing gear from a plane. However the case may be, you're welcome to be here. But wow, that was just neat. And he was going up to pay for his food, and he's like, yeah, you got a big celebrity over here on YouTube. And I'm like, I'm not a big celebrity. And the lady started she was not really giving me a hard time, but she was like poking fun at me. She's like, oh, got our big celebrity here, and I'm not really a big celebrity. I'm really kind of small time. I'm not really a big celebrity. And then she was like, well, come back and see his celebrity. I'm like, oh, it was great though. It was great meeting him. And he made the comment, he's like, one of these days I'm gonna find that guy and I'm gonna meet him. And when he saw me sitting over, he's like, man, son of a bitch. He said, I'll be damned. It's like it's the killer Bonehead right over there. Oh my word. And there's a Prime truck parked right next to me, and I think that might be them. I don't know. He's probably over there on the edge of the truck. He's like, I hear him recording. He says, you need to turn your CB on. He said, you got a CB installed, right? I was like, yeah. It's like, you need to turn it on. Maybe I need to turn it on now. I don't have it on. I should probably turn it on. I don't know. Oh, I'm so glad I stopped here. You know where they say just things happen for a reason? I mean, because I had that other load, right? And I was a little teed off that I didn't get to keep it. But I wound up getting this load instead, which is a little better. And I had this feeling I just didn't want to. He's going the opposite direction, actually. They're going to like South Carolina, and he was coming from Memphis. I'm actually going in that direction. I'm just not stopping in Memphis. And now I forgot what I was saying. But I was just looking on Trucker Path for, I don't know, just a mom pop little truck stop along the way, and I came across this one here, and it had good reviews. And Rolling T truck stop, if I haven't mentioned it before, great place over here in Carbon Hill / Nauvoo, Alabama. Very friendly staff in there, very friendly staff. They got the Alabama accent and everything. Yeah, sweetie, it's great. If you're looking for that old home styled treatment, you're gonna get it here. She's like, oh, you'll come back and see us. I will. I will. Oh man, I want to get a load that comes back to Alabama just so I can come back here. This was so cool. But yeah, I just decided just to stop here. How weird is that? That's just so weird. The chances. He said he's been watching like all my stuff. Because I asked him, so how long have you been watching my channel? I was like, oh, for a while. Okay. I'm like, wow. So he really knows how crazy I am. Anyway. Nuts. Well, I've got some stuff that I want to work on, so I'll see you tomorrow.